taken one step back to take 3 steps forward. This is what I like to call the awakening relapse. I want you all to know there's nothing that I discuss here that I am not presently experiencing myself, and that's what these videos first and foremost are, documentation of my own personal experience. So I want you to take comfort in that. I'm not sitting in this chair preaching to you. I am learning with you and sharing with you. So what do I mean by the awakening relapse? I think that many of us are going through periods of extreme growth. We're learning a lot, sharing a lot, experiencing new things, and it's very exciting. And this seems to be followed by us taking a step back, meaning maybe we've developed new ways of eating, new ways of communicating, new ways of creating, new types of exercise, meditation practices, all these different techniques and tools that we are learning and implementing into our lifestyles to help raise our frequency and change our lives, basically, to help our consciousness shift. And then we find something triggers a return to an old behavior, to an old way of being that we thought we were done with. And this really bothers us. After it's said and done, we do what we always do. What do? We label ourselves as failures. We use the progress that we just made, and now because we had a momentary departure from it, now suddenly we're failures and we're bad people because of it. We even use our spiritual growth, just like we do with our creativity or anything else, as a way to now beat up on ourselves. And I want to invite you to do what I did this weekend as I was kind of going through this process. Forgive yourself. Go back to the last video I just made. It really works. I'm not going to get into it because what I go back to or what I'm re-experiencing and reliving isn't the point. You get to fill yours in. But while I was going through the process, the old me, the me, maybe even before I made that video for you all and for myself, would have now used this opportunity to beat myself down. And I even watched the video twice and was like, right on, I forgive myself. And I made sure that I felt it. For the first time, I allowed myself the luxury and the privilege of just being. Sit with that for a minute. Just allow yourself to exist with no rules and no inner dialogue telling you the difference of what you should and shouldn't be doing. And suddenly everything you're doing is part of the greater plan, is part of the greater good. You're no longer sitting in judgment of yourself. And what's interesting is then you find you're not judging anyone else around you. Because we really only judge others because we're really truly judging ourselves so harshly all the time. So it's the natural reaction to give ourselves a break from us for a minute and to look outside ourselves and to start judging everyone else. And that's really the only reason we do it. So it's like a 2-part gift you give yourself. Allow yourself to take that step back. You are perfect in your imperfections. Know this, embrace it. And before long, every goal and dream and thing that you've ever wished for yourself will be yours. Because here's the thing. You don't get anywhere by beating up on yourself. I know a lot of people use this, oh, it's my self-motivator. That's BS. You might get a little way doing that, but you're not going to go all the way with that. The only way to go all the way is to feel good, and to feel good most of the time. So when we're trying to make big changes in our lives, we're human and we're behavioral, and we work in a very cyclical behavioral type of a way. And so when you're changing core behaviors, there's going to be times when you go back to that behavior. But the true change comes from being able to do that, dusting yourself off, saying, I'm good, I'm proud of myself, and you keep going forward. The difference between the person that succeeds and the person that isn't is the person that takes that momentary step back, starts running the other direction. Oh, I fell down. I guess that means I can't do it. Never mind. You know, you miss a couple of days at the gym, and so now suddenly, 6 months has gone by and you haven't gone once. Because you couldn't just let yourself go, you know what? I deserve that couple of days off. It'll make me appreciate going back to the gym all the more. And the next thing you know, you're going back the next day. You got to invite yourself back into that behavior, thing, mindset that you're trying to develop with a feeling of joy and excitement. There's going to be relapses during your awakening. Believe it. It's part of the process. Whatever yours are, forgive yourself. It's okay. Remind yourself while you're going through it that this isn't who you are anymore. This is just something you're doing, saying, being. And you made the choice to do it because you wanted to, for whatever reason. And accept that. And be with it. Know that it's okay. Honor your ability to navigate through this. And let go of your definition of the right way and the wrong way. Humble yourself. When you're humble and you remove your ego, amazing things happen. If you're willing to humble you and not be self-righteous, you're going to be the best guardian you can to yourself in this 3D holographic construct. You're going to be more open to your spirit guides. They're always there. There isn't this mentality of when you make a quote-unquote bad choice, now you're shunned from the light. And now suddenly your guardian or God has disowned you. They are right there with you. They love you no matter what. Have a conversation with them while you're going through it. I did. And that was one thing that allowed me in the moment to forgive myself, because now I've developed such a communication with my higher self. He was like, this is part of it. It's all good. I love you. You love you. Don't be afraid. Sometimes it's necessary to take a step back so that you can push forward. It's actually essential. And it's really freeing. To all my friends out there, my family, my fellow brothers and sisters that are on this path, warriors. It frees you from thinking every step you have to take is going to be perfect. And it better be better than the step that was yesterday, or you're not progressing. That's not true. You may go through moments of feeling exhausted. Sleep. Go ahead and sleep more than you usually do. And when you wake up, say thank you. I'm so glad I got that sleep for myself, not I'm such a lazy bum. Do you see the difference in the language, the words that you use to label the way of being? If you need to take a break from the gym, if you haven't been meditating as much, it's okay. Understand that you are processing and evolving. Even when it feels like you're stepping back, you're actually stepping forward. The only key is when you're taking the step back, embrace it and see it for what it is, that it's part of the stepping forward, and it changes everything. It links everything together into one incredible journey where there is no right or wrong. There just is. So that's the message I wanted to bring to you today from my heart. I love you all and want to encourage each of you that is going through an awakening relapse like I am right now. Embrace the old and understand that you are transmuting it. I love you all very much. Namaste.